Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good whenever you are in God's big blue world. Welcome to a little filler episode, and we'll call this episode 4.5. And right now, you guys are like, T, when's the next course video uploading? When's the next knowledge video uploading? We want to trade. We want to be millionaires. Okay, calm your tits. We all want to be a millionaire, right? But the most important thing is learning how to get there before it happens. And if I give you the sharpest sword in the world, but you have absolutely zero idea how to use it, you'll hurt yourself. And when it comes to trading, one of the most important things aside from the actual technique is learning how to control yourself. What are your expectations? What are the things you want to achieve at the very end? And how do you get there? Right. As a person who's been trading for 6 years, 6 long, hard years, I'm here to tell you what exactly I went through to become a very profitable trader. So these things are called the phases of trading, and I'm going to walk you through it. And let's see which stage you're on right now. So as a trader, or as a person learning any craft, you start off as a stranger to the craft. You have no idea what it is. You just saw some dude on TikTok trading and you're like, okay, you know what? I want to trade. And then you turn into a student. You turn into someone that, okay, I'm going to start training. And after a while, you're going to be so good at that particular thing. And then you turn into a master. And this is the timeline of every single craft. And trading is no different. You're going to need to go through every single stage of this timeline for you to become a profitable trader. So what's the first step? You're going to have to go through something called the shit phase. Yeah, I named it right. The shit phase. It's exactly what it sounds like. The shit phase has this thing called the loop of death that most people never make it out. I was in here for 1.5 years and I traded until my bank account had like 19 ringgit. And that was like 5 USD. It is so bad. And this is what you're gonna have to go through if you're in the shit phase. Right, tell me, is this what's happening to you right now? You find some partial info online from some dude that got viral on a TikTok or a reel or whatever, and then you try to use that information and you fail miserably, and then you start changing your strategy, and then you find more partial info, and then you fail miserably, and then you find more strategies, and you're just dying there. You're just like, oh no, boys and girls, you're better than that. You can do better than that, right? Here comes the next phase, the learning phase. Great fun, new knowledge. You start to realize that maybe you can't do it alone. Maybe you need to learn from a mentor, a master, and you finally have some proper guidance because you decided to lock in and find someone who can actually freaking teach. And in the learning phase, you have a few rules that you need to follow. First of all, don't be a smartass. If your teacher says do A, do A. You don't be a smartass. Don't try to say that you're smarter than that teacher. Listen to the mentor. Write down really good notes because right now in the learning phase, you're learning from a mentor and you need to really write down what you have learned so you can apply them in the live market. And here's the thing about learning. You have to trust the process. Sometimes when a teacher tells you to do something, at first doesn't make sense. Okay, is this scene familiar to you? The scene where Jackie Chan tells his disciple to put the jacket onto this little rack thing again and again and again and again and again. And when you see it, it looks like, damn, this doesn't make sense. Why is bro telling him to put that jacket on the freaking coat hanger thing? But after a while, you're gonna start to learn that whatever doesn't make sense yet. And all you're gonna have to do is trust the process. Next, once you've finished learning the new knowledge that you've probably mastered, now comes the experience phase, the worst part. I was in here for 3 years, and this is where it really gets hard because no one's there to teach you anymore. You're here trying to learn from the market and from yourself. And here are some rules. First of all, journal and be precise. That setup has to look exactly the same. Your model has to look exactly the same every single time you trade. And you have to collect ridiculous amounts of data because you need to validate that shit. You need to tweak your strategy if things go a little not going to plan. And that's okay. Tweaking your strategy a bit every now and then is something that I'm guilty of as well. So it's fine. Next, be brave. You have to understand that being brave is the most important part of the experience phase because it's literal trial and error. Trial and error a million times until you get it right. If let's say you want to learn how to ride a bicycle, you'll fall down a few times, and that's normal. All you have to do is get up and ride again. And last but not least, I'm not sure with the faith of everyone here, but faith got me through a lot of things. And have faith. Pray often to whatever God, whomever you pray to. Tell that man in the sky that I need him and I need some enlightenment because you can't do this alone, man. You gotta be crazy to do this alone, man. It's crazy out here, man. And once you finish your experience phase, you finally get into mastery, the final frontier. Every trader out there seeks this. How do you know if you've mastered everything? Trading finally feels light. It doesn't feel heavy anymore. You finally just follow an exact process, something that's just rinse and repeat for you. Nothing changes that much. And when you see your account growth, it's just on an upward trajectory. It looks perfect. And your confidence is at an all-time high because you know what, no matter what happens, you will get that bag, baby. So at this end of this video, I want to ask you, which phase are you in? And I hope you guys can come into the learning phase with me. And if you're interested to get extra guidance, little trade insights every single week, and you get to watch me execute and watch me take the trades I take with explanations, come over into the school called the House of Tea. It's my house and your home, and I really want to see you be a part of it. I'll see you in episode 5, finally, where we can talk about storyline and direction and move on back to the charts, okay? Come on, don't get mad at me. I'm just trying to help you here, okay? Right, boys and girls? Take care. As usual, I'm rooting for you. I love you. Bye!